Game 2 of the Final Four between the Baltimore Orioles and the Houston Astros. Yesterday, it was a crazy game. Crazy. The Baltimore Orioles won 14-8, and in a game that featured 22 runs and slightly more hits. So today will be game number 2. And the question is, how will this game go? Will it be a high-scoring, crazy game? Or will it be one of those 14-8 first games, but 1-0 in the second game? Who knows? Pat Dobson against Lance McCullers Jr. So for Baltimore, you're going to have Bellinger at short, Frank Robinson the DH, Davey Johnson at second, Boog Powell at first, Donnie Buford at left, Merv Retman in right, Elrod Hendricks the catcher, Brooks Robinson at third, and Paul Blair in center. For Houston, you're going to have Jake Marinsnick, and Yulieski Gurriel will move to second in the lineup. Jose Altuve will stay third, George Springer is fourth. Carlos Correa, the Miracle Man, will be fifth. Marwin Gonzalez is sixth, Alex Bregman seventh, Reddick is eighth at DH, and Gaddis is ninth. Marisnick center, Gurriel is first, Altuve is second, Springer's right field, Correa is shortstop, Gonzalez is left, Bregman is third, Reddick is the DH, and Evan Gaddis is the center. Now, we said yesterday Carlos Correa had his first 2 hits were both 3-run home runs with 2 outs, 2 on, 2 strikes on him. That was incredible. But then he was 0 for 3 after that. The question is, will Correa come out swinging hard? Will he be continuing a mini slump? We got to take a look at that. It's hard to say that somebody who had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs might be in slumping, but he looked bad in those last 3 at-bats. So we're going to be ready to go, and we're going to be underway here in Houston. So starting is going to be Mark Bellinger. Baltimore has a 1-0 series lead. And the other one, of course, is the inter-squad scrimmage. We never show inter-squads, and that's going to be a ball up high. So Bellinger will start off in game number 2. And the throw there, it'll be 2-0. Well, who knows? We might have another crazy 14-8 game. And that'll be in the middle, 2-1. Lance McCullers Jr., 3.41 ERA. He's 4-1 in the playoffs. And that'll be in the ground. It dies. McCullers Jr., 1 out. Beautiful sunset here. Beautiful here in Houston. Now here's Frank Robinson. Robinson with 1 out, and McCullers looking to go quickly 1, 2, and 3. So it'll be 0-1. McCullers, 3.38 now ERA. High, and this will go foul, and it will curve foul. 0-2 with 1 out to Frank. Down low, it'll be 1-2 with an out. The pitch. Outside, 2-2. McCullers Jr. is hoping to start out 1-2-3. Houston would like to get a few runs here. And it'll be fouled. If Baltimore wins, they will take a 2-0 lead, and they will have 2 games at home. It'll be 3-2. The 1970 Orioles won last year. So 71, they'll be here in a strikeout by Frank Robinson. That'll be 2 outs. And here's Davey Johnson. So here's Davey now. High pop fly, and that'll go foul. There's been a lot of foul balls in the playoffs here. And that's a key because it ruins the expectancy of the pitchers. And they're not even going to throw to first. And that's a base hit. That is a base hit for Davy Johnson. And with 2 outs and 1 on, Johnson, that is big. He's now hitting .342. And now, there'll be a ball inside to Boog Powell, who's also hitting .342. Johnson only has 30 speed, which made it really crazy how he legged that one out. It'll be 1-1. Game 2, they throw to first, and they'll be safe. The pitch, and it'll be 2-1 with 2 outs. Boog Powell, and Donnie Buford's hitting even better. 3-1. You see that Johnson's hitting .342, Powell's hitting .342, and Buford's hitting .356. 3-4-5. It'll be 3-2 with 2 outs. Can McCullers get the 3rd out? Struck him out, and he struck out Boog Powell. And we go to the bottom of the 1st. Houston will be at bat. Bottom of the 1st, here's Jake Marisnick. Marisnick, Gurriel, and Altuve. And the pitcher here for Baltimore, as that's going to be a strike. The pitcher's Pat Dobson. He's 2-0, 31 2/3 innings. 30 hits, he's given up 13 earned runs. He struck out 47, walked 5, and a .369 ERA. High pop fly. He's somebody where there's a lot of contact, and that'll be 1 out. Look at 47 strikeouts, and he's only walked 5, and here comes Gurriel. That'll be high ball 1. So Gurriel hitting .254. On the opposite side, the Astros are not hitting well, and that's a base hit to left field. Gurriel's going around first. Here he goes to second. He's going to go into second. He should be able to be in there easily, and he is. And Gurriel has the double here in the bottom of the 1st. 1 out, and Gurriel with 30 speed gets a double, and here's Altuve hitting .430. Now yesterday, the Astros brought their averages up a lot, and that's going to be a strike. The Astros beat Texas twice and Baltimore once, and that'll be on the ground, and staying where he is at second base is Gurriel. So there's 2 outs, and here's Springer. So moving Gurriel to second in the lineup was a good move. And here it is, the pitch. It's down low, 2-0. Pat Dobson to George Springer. Short to first. And that'll end the inning at the end of 1. This thing is still 0-0. Second inning, Buford, Redmond, and Hendricks. And here's Lance McCullers. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. So Buford, the left fielder. It'll be 0-2. Oh, look at that call. Buford didn't like that. The 0-2 to Buford. High and deep to right. It was hard hit, and this one is gone. Good night. Halfway up the 1st level. 402 feet, and Donnie Buford has opened the scoring up here. He's had a tremendous series. An incredibly tremendous series. And Donnie Buford puts it in. It's 1-0. And here's Merv Redmond. And Redmond, that's going to be fouled off. 0-1. 1-0, Baltimore leading Houston. And that'll be fouled off. 0-2. So nobody out. Donnie Buford with the home run. He's now hitting .365. High pop fly here. And shortstop got it, 1 out. Carlos Correa, that was big, but Donnie Buford That was pretty good. Here's Elrod hitting only .215, and he gets hit. He'll go to first. So Elrod at first. Here's Brooks Robinson. .318, 3 home runs, 15 RBI. He takes that for a strike. And a swing and a miss there, 0-2. For Lance McCullers, I don't think giving up 1 home run means you're struggling. That'll be on the ground, but a home run and a hit batter, you got eyebrows raised. The pitch, he strikes out Brooks Robinson, 2 outs. Lance McCullers. And here's Paul Blair. That's 0-1. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It'll be 0-2. Blair, the center fielder. The 0-2. It'll be ball 1, 1-2 with 2 outs. Struck him out, and that'll end the inning. Donnie Buford with the solo shot here in game number 2 of the final 4. It's 1-0. Here's Carlos Correa. And that'll be a strike there. So underneath, it wasn't 14-8 this game yesterday. 1-1. It was a close game. The 14-8 was Atlanta and their inner squad. 1-2. And that'll be a hard shot and a base hit to left field. So an offensive series. When you get down by 1, Correa has been absolutely tremendous, and he's showing that he is on a hot streak. And here's Marwin Gonzalez. They throw to first, and he's safe. High pop fly to right. Are they going to send Correa, and they don't, 1 out. Merv Retman with the catch, and here's Alex Bregman. 243 home runs, 8 RBI. That'll be fouled off, 0-1. He's a career .292 hitter. 1-1, and in the season, he hit .307. This could be 2, 6, 4, 3. Good night, and that's it. Nothing for Houston. We go to the third, 1-0 Baltimore. So taking a look, Atlanta of 99, 2-0 there. Atlanta 95 has the series lead. Bellinger, Robinson, and Johnson. And that'll be down low, ball 1. So Mark Bellinger, the shortstop. That'll be fouled off. Lance McCullers Jr. A lot of pitches here. Down below, 2-1. So you got Bellinger, Frank Robinson, and Davy Johnson. And Bellinger, that'll be 1 out. And here's Frank Robinson. He's 0 for 1. He's only hitting .213, but he is clutch. Only a ball 1. They moved him up. Davy Johnson, they moved to third. 1-1. And Frank will foul that off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The DH, Frank Robinson. Ball 2. High pop fly and foul. 2-0 with 2-2 with 1 out. Down below, it'll be 3-2. Baltimore leads 1-0. If they win here, then there's trouble for Houston, and that's going to be fouled again. This will be number 8, to Frank Robinson. High and deep to left field. This is back. This is back. This is gone. Frank Robinson has made it now 2-0 Baltimore. The Baltimore Orioles have a 2-0 lead. And they are cruising through here. Remember the insanity of the last game. But it is 2-0, and here's Davy Johnson. That'll be a strike. It's just called on the spot. Top of the third, 1 out. That'll be a ball down low, 1-1. That'll be a strike, 1-2. 1-2. Down below, and he'll foul it off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Johnson's 1 for 1. And the outside, 2-2 with an out. The callers. I'll be down below. This will be third to first. 2 outs. And Boog Powell. Boog Powell's 0 for 1. I'll be outside for a strike. Oh, he's given that spot all day. If he's giving it, you got to swing at it. Powell is swinging a miss here. He already has a strikeout in the first inning. Is he going to go for 2 strikeouts? Yes, he is. Boog Powell goes down. But the Orioles add another one, and it is 2-0 Baltimore. Bottom of the third. Reddick, Gaddis, and Marisnick. And Pat Dobson looking good. 17 pitches through 2 innings. And that'll be a strike. He wants to keep his stamina and go all the way if he can. Another swing and a miss. It'll be 0-2. Reddick the DH. Struck him out. And that'll be 1 out. Here's Evan Gaddis, the catcher. That'll be a ball down low, 1-0. So Gaddis at 174. That'll be a fouled off right there, 1-1. 174, 2-1. Dobson, it'll be 2-2 with an out. 3-2. So the 3-2 to Gaddis. And they want, oh, they strike him out. He didn't like that. And Dobson has his second, and now there's 2 outs. Oh, he didn't like that at all. Jake Marisnick will be up with 2 outs. And he's going to foul that away. Well, if you're the Astros, you got to start swinging. Even though they're striking out looking. There's 2 strikes. Marisnick now 0 for 1. The pitch by Dobson. Outside 1-2. The 2 outs. The 2-out pitch. 2-2. Well, Jake would like to start something. They're down 2-0. And a full count again. Dobson at 31, he's had 14 pitches this inning, and number 15 goes foul. He had 17 coming in, and this will be 16 in this inning. Struck him out, and that's it. We go to the 4th. It's Baltimore 2, Houston nothing. In inning number 4, you got Buford, Redmond, and Hendricks. And here's Donnie. Inside ball 1. And a 4th inning. Down low, 1-1. So 2-0 Baltimore here in the top of the 4th. It'll be ball 2. Houston hasn't really had any sorts of threats. Buford with the home run earlier, and that'll be a strike. They're pitching low and on the border. Buford 1 for 1. He had the home run, and he hits 311 away. Did he go? No, he didn't. And the count is going to be full. Lance McCullers. And he'll pitch it there. It's going to be hit to third and caught 1 out. 1 out in the top of the 4th, and here's Merv Redmond, who's 0 for 1. And Merv, that's going to be a strike. 2-0. Baltimore leads. And that'll be fouled off. 0-2. 0-2. And down below, 1-2. The 1-2. 2-2. 2-2 with an out. Now it'll be hit to left field. It'll hit the ground, and it's a base hit. Going around first, and they're going to go to second, and this one will be sliding in. It'll be a double. Oh my. Merv Redmond, with 1 out, he doubles in the 4th. And McCullers down to Elrod. 1 out. And that'll be a strike if you're Elrod Hendricks. You're hoping to get Merv to third with no outs. It'll be 1-1. 1-1 with an out. 2-1. 2 balls and a strike with an out. It'll be 2-2. A lot of taking pitches. High and deep to right field, and this one is gone. Elrod Hendricks. Elrod Hendricks gets another home run. He doesn't hit all of them. He only hits the most dramatic. And Elrod Hendricks, and they're now beating Houston 4-0. Baltimore is beating Houston 4-0. And here is Brooks Robinson. And that'll be a strike here in the top of the 4th. And that'll be fouled off. 0-2. The 0-2. Down low, 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. And it'll be 3-2 with an out. Ball 4. And 1 out, and here's Paul Blair, 0 for 1. Swing and a miss. Blair is hitting 9th. It is silent here. That'll be on the ground, foul again. Baltimore is just beating Houston. That's going to be down 1-2. If Houston goes down 2-0, oh, that's going to be big because Baltimore is such a hard place to win at. 2-2 with an out. Down below, it'll be 3-2. 3-2. Struck him out, and Blair goes down, 2 outs. Here's Mark Bellinger. Sitting 301, and down below, that's going to be a ball. McCullers is almost up to 100 pitches in 3 2/3 innings. Outside 2-0. So long game. It'll be 3-0 to Mark Bellinger, who's 0 for 2 today. Bellinger, and he fouls it off. Lance McCullers, that'll be a strike there. It'll be a full count with 2 outs. Running will be Brooks Robinson. Not the fastest team, Baltimore, but he'll get a jump and they walk him. And, Bellinger will be on first, Robinson on second. And here's Frank, who hit the home run. He hit a home run. He's 1 for 2 with 2 outs, and that's going to be swung and a miss, 0-1. So 4-0, high and inside. Frank Robinson always gets the dramatic ones also. It'll be high 2-1. If Baltimore wins and goes to the World Series, I can see Frank having a big one, and there's a base hit to left. And this might score a run. It's 5-0. And Frank Robinson, and they're going to try and score another one to throw home. It's going to be close, and it's cut off. They throw to third. They get Frank at third. So it is 6-0. Baltimore, the runs count. Frank Robinson was tagged at third. It's 6-0 Baltimore. Well, it's quiet here. As here's Gurriel, he's 1 for 1. And that'll be a strike. Well, Houston right now is getting slapped. They're getting smashed. That's going to be an error. And the first one of the day for Baltimore. Gurriel gets on because of an error, and here's Jose Altuve. Remember last game, it was a 6-3 game. Altuve gets jammed and goes to right. Underneath is Bellinger, 1 out. Now Merv Retman, Bellinger's the shortstop. And Merv Retman in right, here's George Springer, who's 0 for 1. Dobson, that's going to be a strike. He's going to be playing them aggressively. He's got room for error. And it's going to be 0-2 with 1 out. So all Houston wants to do is get a couple runs here. It'll be 1-2. Game 3 will be really big in Baltimore. And that's Springer to right. And a catch right there by Retman in right field. He has both outs this inning. And here's Carlos Correa. Can he keep his superhuman streak alive? 3 for 6, 2 home runs, 6 RBI, and that's a strike. Incredible in this series, and that's going to be 2 of them. So Dobson trying to get out of the inning. That'll be fouled away. Houston just wants to get a little bit back. You remember they led Baltimore 6-3 last game, and it'll be inside 1-2. They led Baltimore, and then Baltimore had that 7-run inning. That'll be a little bit. Dobson picks it up. He throws to first. He's safe. He's safe. He beats it out, and Correa's 2 for 2. And here's Marwin Gonzalez now. After he beats it out, Marwin Gonzalez, and that'll be on the ground, foul ball, 0-1. Marwin is 0 for 1 today, 260 in the playoffs. That'll be short to second, and that'll end the inning. Baltimore, ever since being down 6-3, they've scored, it's something like 9-2. Go to the 5th. Diane Diaz will be the new pitcher. He is no record, 1 2/3 innings. He's given up 3 hits, 1 earned run, 2 strikeouts, and a 5.40 ERA. Look at Atlanta 99 trying to tie that series up at 1. And here's Davey now. And that's going to be a strike. So Davy Johnson at 338 that was down low. And it'll be 1-1. Well, imagine this, you're an umpire in this game. You're behind home plate, so much pressure. So much. And when you get a blowout game, that always, it's like, yes, you can make a mistake and not be booed forever. 2-2 with nobody out. 1 for 2 is Davy Johnson. And that'll be low 3-2. So Diane Diaz coming in here. And that'll be strike 3. Johnson will sit down, 1 out. And here's Boog, go for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And that'll be a strike. So Boog Powell was 5th. In a Darren King league, he had 107 RBIs. The outside ball 1. So Powell struck out in the 1st and the 3rd. And that'll be fouled off, 2 strikes, and we're in the 5th. So here it is with Powell. That'll be to left, and it'll go foul. Still 2 strikes with 1 out. The pitch. Did he go? Nope. 2-2 with 1 out. The pitch from Diaz. 3-2. Baltimore 6, Houston nothing, leading 1-0. High for Powell to right. Yeah, right center. And the catch, that'll be 2 outs. Resnick gets it, and here's Donnie. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. And down low, ball 1. So many pitches just to get outs, and that's hurting the Houston team. 1-1. This will be to left. Should be it. And that's 1-2-3, so they stop the bleeding. 1-1-4 before, and now it's 1-1-4-0, as it is still 6-0. Bregman, Reddick, and Gaddis. 7, 8, 9. Come up for Houston. Houston hasn't been able to get anything going consistently. 3 sporadic hits here, and it'll be 0-2. 237, 237, and 171. Your batting averages, it'll go to the right and foul. 0-2 with no outs. Inside, 1-2. So here's Bregman. Down low, 2-2. Struck him out, 1 out. In the bottom of the 5th. Josh Reddick 0 for 1. If you're Houston, well, you keep turning on the TV hoping that all those runs were early. And you keep getting the same result. It'll be 0-2 as Dobson has a lot of pitches to spare. And that'll be fouled again. A lot of foul balls today. Really. For both teams. The 0-2 outside, 1-2. Seen him give it before. It'll be 2-2. So Pat Dobson to Josh Reddick. High pop fly. And underneath is Davy Johnson with the out. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. And that'll be a foul ball there, 0-1. So Evan Gaddis will be up. He's 0 for 1. Right now, quickly 0-2 to him. He had 325 at home. But right now, they got nothing here. Inside ball 1. Pat Dobson looking good. 62 pitches, and that's 63. They strike him out in the end of the inning. It's silent here in Houston. It's 6-0. This place can get crazy. It's not a wine and cheese crowd. Here's Merv Redmond. He's 1 for 2. Diaz is still in pitching. That's going to be down low ball 1. So Diaz had 15 pitches, 16 last inning. He went 1, 2, 3. So 1-1. 1-1. He did not go. 2-1. To Merv Redmond, 1 for 2. Inside 3-1. Merv is hitting .410 when he's ahead of the count. He's really selective, and Merv will go to first. And here's Elrod, 1 for 1, a 2-run home run. That's going to be fouled off 0-1. I believe he walked his first time up. He's not a good middle inning hitter at 182. High pop fly to right, and underneath the catch, and I'll keep him from going to second. George Springer, and here's Brooks Robinson, 0 for 1. So Merv Redmond with 45 speed, 60 stealing on first. It's 1-0, and Merv is the team leader in steals at 3. Hard shot, 6-4-3. 6-4-3, and there it is. We go to the bottom of the 6th. This thing is 6-0. It's all Baltimore. Bottom of the 6th, Marisnik, Gurriel, and Altuve. So here's Marisnik. And that's going to be a strike. Bringing it in, it's going to be 1-1. Pat Dobson. Marisnik again, 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out and he goes down. They can't get anybody on. They can't. They get people on, but they don't get them on with nobody out. And here's Gurriel. And Gurriel will foul that away. It's been a while since they've had a hit. Dobson might go the distance. He's being aggressive there. As I say that, it's 1-1. But he pretty much is aggressive. 2-1. So he's got pitches to spare here. That's got to be a shot. Gurriel will get on first again. So it's the second time today he's got on. He has 2 of the 4 hits. Correa has the other ones. Here's Altuve, 0 for 2. He's safe at first. So here's Jose Altuve, and that's going to be a strike. Altuve might be falling under 400. That'll be a shot. It could be 6-4-3. No, they just go to first and get the out. It'll be 2 outs. And here's George Springer, 0 for 2. He's hitting .284. High pop fly on the first pitch. Underneath is Davy Johnson. He makes the catch. And there's nothing there for Houston. We go to the 7th. And Baltimore is just blowing them away. Let's take a look. I wouldn't watch this either. It is a big blowout. And we have one viewer here. It's just a big blowout. What do? You know, you're looking for a spark and you're getting nothing. The other game, it's 4-1, Atlanta 99. That's the inner squad. And here is Paul Blair. And that's going to be a strike. Blair is 0 for 2. It'll be 1-1 away. Diane Diaz is still pitching. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. Well, I mean, if you're the Astros, you're hoping for championships. I mean, this is very meaningful. This is a statistic-based championship. And when you win it, you can really have evidence that you're the best ever. You know, when we go to PS4s and play that, those games are, yeah, they're great and all that, but we're rewriting usually 1 year or something. And they have some things on there. Not always the most statistic-based. Third to first there, that's going to be an out. But here, this is statistic-based. You win this, you got an argument to say you're one of the best all time. And it's going to be a ball. Houston, we all know what happened with them in 2017. Trying to come out and prove to the world they didn't need to do that. They'll be 2-1. And so far, they've looked really good. They've had gutty performances in their playoff series. And this will be on the ground, short to first. He boots it, and it's an error. So that'll be an error. And now a new pitcher, Michael Felice. 3 innings pitched. He's given up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 1 strikeout, an ERA of 6. He has no record. Felice, and that's going to be to center field and a base hit. So it'll be first and second. With 1 out, here's Davy Johnson, who's 1 for 3. And that's going to be a strike. It's already pretty much over. And if Baltimore gets another hit, this thing will be, and it's 0-2 with an out. The 0-2. Struck him out. Davey goes down, and here's Boog Powell, who's 0 for 3. A strikeout will have the hat trick. So it'll be 0-1 to Powell. High pop fly. And catching it is Houston, and that'll be it. Bottom of the 7th inning. The score, Baltimore 6, Houston nothing. Bottom of the 7th inning, Correa. He's 2 for 2 today. So Marisnik, Gurriel, it's actually Gurriel and Correa have all the hits. The inside ball 1. Dobson had 74 pitches in a game so far. And it'll be 2-0 to Correa. Down 6-0 is Houston. They need somebody on. This will be short. And the first one out. Redmond to Powell. No, Bellinger. Bellinger to Boog. 1 out. Boog Powell playing first. That'll be on the ground. That's too easy. It almost looks like Houston is so frustrated. And here's Alex Bregman. There'll be a strike there. The World Series will be starting next week. And Baltimore is taking a humongous leap forward on this World Series with the win here today. It'll be 2-1 to Bregman, the third baseman. Swing and a miss here, 2-2 with 2 outs. The 0-2. 2-2. Sorry. Struck him out. It doesn't matter. He sits down. And we go to the 8th. Baltimore 6. And Houston nothing. Here's Michael Felice. He's back in. Got Buford, Redmond, and Hendricks. Buford is 1 for 3 with the home run, and this is to center field for 1 pitch, 1 out. Marisnik with the catch. Here's Michael Felice. And Felice, it'll be high ball 1. It's silent here. Swing and a miss, 1-1. It's almost like they're going through the motions. This is game 2 of the final 4. Redmond, and he'll hit the ground, a base hit. With 1 out, 1 on now, here's Elrod, who's 1 for 2. He has a home run last time he was up, and it'll be a strike. Elrod Hendricks, 1-1. Actually, I think he walked. Maybe, I don't know. I think he did hit the home run last time he was up. To left field, and another base hit. So 2 in a row for Hendricks. I don't know, I'll have to check that. Here's Brooks. It's going to be a strike. So 2 on with 1 out. Deep to left field, and this one is caught. It'll be caught, and Elrod Hendricks to third. No, it's Merv Redmond to third. And here's Paul Blair, who's 0 for 3. And that's going to be a ball, 1-0. There are no storylines. This has just been all Baltimore offense. 1-1 with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. The 1-2. Struck him out. 8, 9, and 1 coming up next inning. What do you do if you're Houston? Pat Dobson is still in. With aggressive pitching, he can get an entire game in. That'll be a strike to Reddick. Reddick is 0 for 2. And low 1-1. Houston's bats are dead today. 1-2. Yesterday they led 6-3. And that'll be a foul away. They led 6-3 yesterday, and everybody said, oh, look at Houston, here they come. And they didn't win the game. Baltimore had a 7-run inning. Reddick will be down low. It'll be 3-2. So Pat Dobson, this is number 90. He struck him out. So nothing going here, 1 out. Here's Evan Gaddis. It's going to be a foul ball, 0-1. Gaddis 0 for 2 today. And 0 for 2 with 1 out. Down below to third, he boots it. They pick it up, but that's an error. So Brooks Robinson, I guess if you're going to have an error, statistically do it when you're up 6-0. Here's Marisnik, who's 0 for 3 against Dobson, and that'll be fouled off. So Gaddis with an error, and this will be 0-2. Only 2 players, Gurriel and Correa, have hits. And the rest have gone on because of errors or not gone on at all. And Dobson, strikeout or walk. Number 9 for Dobson. He has walked nobody. In the postseason, Dobson has 56 strikeouts and 5 walks. Now to be on the ground to third. Brooks will redeem himself. They throw to second, and they get the out. We go to the 9th. It's 6-0. It has been quiet because it's been a boring game. Michael Feliz will come in, and this will be Baltimore's last time up. And that'll be a strike to Bellinger, hitting .298. He wants to go over 300. And it'll be 1-1. A few people have raised their average today, and Bellinger fouls it off. He wants to be another one. And that'll be fouled off again. The 1-2. High and deep to left, but it'll be caught one out. Ever since the fourth inning, the scoring has stopped. Here's Frank. He's 3 for 4 today. A home run and 3 RBIs. Now it'll be on the ground, third to first, 2 outs. And here's Davey, who's 1 for 4. And down low, ball 1. Altuve, Springer, and Correa will be up. In the last inning, high pop fly to left should do it for the inning. And it does it for the inning. Bottom of the ninth. 3 more for Baltimore to go up 2 games to none. So here's Jose Altuve, 0 for 3 today. And that's going to be a ball down low. 1-0. And I'll be fouled off 1-1. 1-1. It'll be 2-1. 2-1. 3-1 now. High pop fly to left. And this one, will it go deep enough? It will not. And left fielder Donnie Buford 1 out. They needed to get somebody on, and George Springer now 0 for 3. That'll be a ball down low. Pat Dobson will probably finish this game here unless they get a lot of people on. They'll save everybody in their bullpen, and then they'll have an off day, and then they'll be able to go back to Baltimore with everybody fresh. Dobson, it'll be 2-2. Dobson, an unbelievable day. 9 strikeouts. Make it 10. 6-0. And here's Carlos Correa, who's 2 for 3. Bottom of the ninth. That's going to be a strike. Well, it is sitting here in shock. It'll be 1-1. They're shocked. And that'll be fouled off 1-2. Post-game show will be coming up. We'll go over all the stats and everything. Struck him out, and that's it. The Baltimore Orioles come in and they blow out the Houston Astros. Houston wasn't in this game since the second and third innings, and since the fourth inning they pulled ahead. Baltimore was firmly in control of this game. Houston didn't threaten. Houston had 2 players with hits, and that's it. So there you see the final 6-0. We're going to leave this game, and we're going to go to the playoffs now. Here we go. So, take a look at first the inner squad for Atlanta. A 9-3 win by the 99 Braves, tying up the series. MVP is Chipper Jones. So Chipper Jones in there. And Chipper Jones had 2 home runs and 6 RBIs. Chipper Jones, very good here. He was 3 for 5, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. Very big, and it ended up, that was big, 4-0 lead immediately, and they tie the series up at 1. Now the game that we had, so it's 1-1 there, it's 2-0 Baltimore. The first game was 13-10. Ever since it was 6-3 Astros, it was 10-4 in game 1, 6-0 here. It's been 16-4. Been 16-4. And remember, Carlos Correa hit both of those with 2 strikes and 2 outs. So It could be even worse. It could be 13-4, 6, it could be 19-4 total. But in this game, you can see for Houston, 2 players. Gurriel and Correa both with hits, that's it. And Pat Dobson was really good, MVP of the game, a 90 pitching. Dobson, 9 innings, shutout, a 4-hit shutout, or 2 errors. In 9 innings, he gave up 4 hits, no runs, no earned runs. He didn't walk anybody, he struck out 11. Pat Dobson has been unbelievably unstoppable. Of 27 batters, he faced 32. So, 4 hits, there was a double play, and 2 errors. So that's 6, and there was 1 double play there. Correa, Altuve, Gurriel. No, we'll have to see. But anyway, you see McCullers gets the loss. He's 4-2. Diaz and Felice came in, but McCullers just had a tough day. Diaz and Felice gave up no runs, and that was to McCullers. When you look at the scores, we're going to go to game number 3. The way we do this is the inter-squad scrimmage, we're not going to go. I mean, John Smoltz is facing John Smoltz. Whichever team comes out of that, we're going to have the whole World Series. So, that's okay. Houston, they got to win game 3. Let me tell you right now what is going on in that series. As it'll be Brad Peacock for Houston and Jim Palmer. So let me tell you that as you take a look, it's a 2-2-1-1-1 format, meaning that if Baltimore wins, then Houston has to win game 4 and are actually back game 5. So it helps really to come back from 3-0 deficits to give you a little springboard there. But Houston, to give it an idea, if the Orioles win 1 game in Baltimore, they just win 1 game, they know they're forcing a game 7. Remember, Houston has the home field advantage by 1 game. They have the home field advantage by 1 game. So, these 2 offensive teams are good. But you take a look at the standings. Merv Redmond is looking good through 2 games. Correa is looking good, but he's had the same home runs and RBI. They didn't score today. But the RBI, everybody's shifting it around, so they're hitting really well. Bellinger's the only one, Bellinger and Powell. They're not hitting well. Pat Dobson was unbelievable. So the ERAs here, Mike Cuellar is the only one that didn't do a good job. And, well, I don't know. Cuellar's game 5. But Houston has to go to Baltimore. And to survive, they got to split in Baltimore. I don't know about that. Baltimore's been playing well, but you know, Houston's, I'm not going to say do or die in game 3, but it's going to feel like that. They got to play 2 on the road. It's one thing if you go 2 on the road and you're down 2-0, you come back at home, you're like, all right, we can do this. But, you know, now they got to win. They got to win 1 in Baltimore, either game 3 or 4. If they lose game 3, they have to win 4 in Baltimore, 5 in Houston. And then game 6 in Baltimore would be all right. I mean, they'd be fired up for that. And then because they know if game 7, they'd be at home with all the momentum. But you got to win games. So game 3 will be tomorrow. Houston and Baltimore. Have a great day. We'll see you then.